Hello, my name is Hans Tyrell, and this video is for my geoscience class. This video will focus on deforestation, in particular, the deforestation that occurs in Indonesia and Southeast Asia as a result of the palm oil industry. Before this video can progress, I need to define a few terms, the first of which is deforestation. This is the act of clearing forested land for human development. The second is peat. Peat is a type of soil that is formed by the accumulation of partially decayed plant material. This results in a soil that is high in carbon and flammable. Both of these properties will be important in the progression of this video. The third is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the reaction that takes place within plants that involves sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. Carbon is stored in the plant during this process, and oxygen is released back into the environment. The fourth is a carbon sink. Carbon sinks are basically a part of Earth that store carbon for extended periods of time. The carbon sink that will be important to this video is the land carbon sink, but in particular, the peat layer of the rainforest. The fifth term that I need to define is palm oil. Palm oil is the product of crushing the palm tree's fruit. This oil is then used in a variety of products, ranging from food to cosmetics and even house cleaning supplies. The real importance of this is that the palm oil industry is the leading cause of deforestation in Indonesia and most of Southeastern Asia. Because to grow the palm trees, you need vast tracts of land called plantations. Forest that sits atop peat is being cleared to make room for these plantations. Now we can begin. Indonesia's forests did not always sit on top of peat. In fact, they once had no peat layer at all. But over generations of forest, a healthy peat layer formed until it reached its current levels. This means peat holds millions of years of carbon, making it a carbon sink. But these peat forests are under threat from encroaching palm oil plantations, which use slash and burn clearing techniques. Because of these techniques, not only is a large amount of carbon released into the atmosphere from the burning of the forest, but an even more substantial amount is released by the burning of the carbon-rich peat. So now the forest is cleared, and the plantations will plant vast tracts of palm trees, which might cause one to think that one forest was simply replaced by another. But this new forest would take millions of years to recapture the carbon in the process of photosynthesis and millions of years to form another layer of peat. Not only that, but the plantations slash and burn their own crop every 10 to 20 years to keep it, quote, manageable, which releases carbon into the atmosphere once again. This slash and burn results in a continuous cycle of pouring carbon into the atmosphere, therefore contributing to global climate change. Sadly, deforestation is not limited to Southeastern Asia and Indonesia. In fact, similar processes are taking place all over the world. This releases carbon into the atmosphere, but also makes it extremely difficult and eventually impossible for the larger land carbon sink to help regulate the Earth's carbon levels. This results in the escalation of climate change. But climate is not all that has changed, and forest is not all that is lost. Within forests around the world, many species are being lost at alarming rates. In the region focused on in this video, Southeastern Asia, the species that are being lost include numerous frog and bird species as well as the orangutan, amongst countless others. Despite all the grim reality posed in this video, you, the viewer, and the world as a whole can help put a stop to the deforestation in a variety of ways. For example, to help stop deforestation in Southeastern Asia, you can simply boycott palm oil products or buy renewable palm oil products which carry the seal shown on the slide. By doing this, you'll make it less profitable to cut down the forest and in turn put it into deforestation. Now for special thanks to those individuals, programs, and organizations that help me understand or become alerted to the subject matter posed in this video. And lastly, the not so special thanks to the companies that continue to use unsustainable palm oil in their products. If you wish to find more, a simple Google search will suffice.